Hello, Career Mums Network. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry this is so late. I had the absolute craziest of days. My day just did not go as planned. I really thought I was going to be back here at lunchtime to be able to hop on and do today's day 3 of the challenge. But it just didn't happen that way. My meeting ran over like past lunchtime, then I had to go out and get a few bits. And before I knew it, it was school run time. So then my day was taken away from me. The kids were going crazy. I had to cook dinner. It was just mad. So I'm having to come on now. But we will resume normal time. Thursday and Friday, it will be at 11 o'clock. So without further ado, this is going to be a really quick one. So we're on to day 3, which is crush the sabotage. And so on day 1, we looked at what is a block. And day 2, we looked at how blocks show up. And today we're going to be looking at crush the sabotage. And really what this is about is identifying exactly what your limiting beliefs are and where they came from. It's really, really important that you identify exactly what they are and how they came to be and around about the time. So this is going to really help you to deal with them. So you need to know how they found their way into your life and into your mind and why they've stuck around. So it's really, really important. So it does take some time to do this, and you may already know a few, which obviously for the sake of this challenge you can jot down in the homework. But for some of the other ones that are not completely identifiable to you, there's going to be a bit of work on your part. And like I said, with the forming of a habit, it takes 21 days. So this is a journey. This is the beginning of your journey. This is about getting the tools. It's really about knowing that you've got these blocks, you've got these limiting beliefs, helping you to find out what they are, how they came about, and really just how to deal with them. So I'm going to be looking at my notes. One thing that I do want to mention, it's really important that you also know that a limiting belief is there for a purpose. And most of the time it's really to protect you because something's happened or something's been said to you. There's been some sort of a trauma or something's upset you, something's stayed with you. And really that belief comes into play to kind of protect you from the negativity around it. So it's really critical that you find out what they are and how they came to be, and this is going to help you to eliminate them. But also you've got to understand why you're protecting yourself from this belief that you have, why you have this belief and how it is serving its purpose to protect you in some sort of a way. So what we're going to be doing is, what I want you to do is I want you to start to work out what these beliefs are. And so, for instance, I could say to you, and I think I've mentioned it over the last few days, I've said, that I can't, or I can't do this because of X, Y, Z, and I am not good enough, and I don't deserve this. Why? You need to know why you say to yourself, you don't deserve this, or I can't do this. Where did it actually come from? You really want to drill down and pinpoint the exact time that this belief came into your head, and why you're holding on to it, and why you're keeping it there, and how it's putting up some sort of a protective layer around you or bubble. So I mentioned in my homework the other day, and I haven't done day 2 yet, but I'm going to go in and do that shortly. I mentioned that I didn't think that I could do anything, or I would be like a success or anything, or I had lots of fear around doing things, and that was because my dad always used to say to me that I was stupid, and there was other things that my dad used to say, like also I never mentioned earlier, I have a thing around weight, and I always look at myself in the mirror and think that I'm too fat. And my dad always used to say to me and my cousins, and he never really used to say it to like my brother or anything. It just used to be the girls. And I don't know why. Maybe it's the whole thing that everybody thinks that women should be slim or, you know, look a particular way. And so he used to say that to me, and it's something that stuck with me. And although, like, when I look at myself in the mirror, and even though I'm not fat or I'm not slim, I always am unhappy with the way that I look. And I always think, oh, I'm overweight, or I don't look that nice because, you know, so now I know, I've identified that, you know, my dad always used to say that to me, and I deal with it. And now, and as much as like sometimes I feel a bit body conscious, there are, you know, I have to regularly say to myself, you know what, every single woman, man, child out there has a different body shape, and we're all beautiful in our own unique way. And it's something that I have to work on in my mind. And so, like I've given you an example, so the fat one and the stupid one. And so I get fear around doing things, because obviously I have this thing where my dad used to say to me, oh, you're stupid. And well, in fact, I'm not stupid. I did very well in school. I was an A student, got straight A's and B's, and I can hold a very highly intellectual conversation, as I'm sure like all of you can do. But obviously there's a time that somebody said something to you, there's a time that something's happened to you, and then you get this limiting belief, and it's like I said, it's for the protection. But what I'm wanting you to do is to go away and think about the main ones that keep coming up, the exact phrase that you say to yourself, and why you say that to yourself, how it came about, where it came from, pinpoint. It doesn't have to be the date, you know, the exact time, but if you know where it came from and how it came to be, then you can really start to deal with it. And the thing with a limiting belief as well that I need to point out is that you need to realize that it's not true. It is not true. It is a false belief that you have about yourself. And it's because somebody has put that on you, and now you believe it to be true, which is why it's a limiting belief. But it is absolutely, categorically not true at all. So your homework is really simple today. I just want you to come up with the 3 main ones that you keep saying to yourself, exactly what they are. And in the homework thread, I want you to write them. And what we're going to be starting to do tomorrow is to reframe all of these limiting beliefs and learn how to reframe them and what you need to do. And obviously day 5, which is Friday, is going to be an action plan for you to walk away with, to really, really start to get rid of these stupid hindering beliefs that should not be there anyway. And we can totally do this. I do have an announcement coming up, and I want to tell you a bit more about how you can work with me outside of this challenge. So that will be coming up, and I will be talking a bit more about that. But I wanted you to know that over tomorrow and the last day, I will be talking to you about how you can work with me and what I have to offer. And so I look forward to telling you about that, because this is just really scratching the surface of what I can do. And I believe that we can do some amazing things working together. So I really want to talk to you about that. But I will leave that for the next couple of days, and I will post the homework thread. And I want you to just go away, have a little think about what are the 3 main ones that keep coming up, where they came from, and exactly what they are, you know, so that I can't do this because X, Y, Z, what was said to you, what was the thing that happened to you that made you think that way. And so once you've identified those, we can really start to reframe those, and that's what I'm going to be showing you tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's, because the fun starts tomorrow. The fun stuff starts tomorrow. And yes, I'm really, really excited for tomorrow. I can't wait to see all of your guys, your the things that are going on. Please do hop on. This challenge will be available for till the end of next week. So anybody catching up on the replay, that's totally fine. And if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the group or send me a private message, whatever. So if you don't want to you don't want it to be out there or anybody else to see it, that's totally fine. But have a good rest of the evening. I can hear my kids screaming in the background. They need to go to bed. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.